Tell them to go to YouTube.
Ooh, yeah.
Hello, and welcome to Unusual Radio with Tanya and my co-host, The Eds. We are...
The Eds.
I tried to go live, and Facebook tells me that I am blocked for going live on Facebook. So, let me plug in here. Okay. So, yeah. We'll see how this goes. We'll see if we're going to get punted again.
I think the last time was about 17 minutes in or 13 minutes in, so.
Something like that, yeah.
Let's see how. I put can't go live on Facebook. Remember, they suck, so we're on YouTube again. That ought to do it, right?
Yes. All right. So.
Oof.
All right. So currently it is 68. We had some wicked thunderstorms here tonight.
I heard.
Thunder and lightning, pouring rain. It was vicious. The whole house was shaking.
I did not experience this. I was out of county.
But tomorrow is going to be a high of 91. And
90-ish. It's not. And what? Oh, sunny.
Sunny, yes.
I'll be vroom, 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 vroom.
So, all right. So we have a lot of things that we'd like to discuss if we don't get punted again. Okay, I want to start off with NASCAR. Now, the last thing that I read was NASCAR was allowing the drivers to disrespect the anthem.
Really? They did?
Yes, I was reading that today. And NASCAR has also, the broadcast is like at an all-time low after the news fiasco.
Really?
Yeah. Shocker.
Yeah, amazing.
I think
Oops.
people are really starting to get sick.
Like,
Yes.
sorry.
Yeah.
I'll lean back or else it's back.
Hold on.
It's only a little bit. Oh,
There.
Here you go. Yeah. Sweet. Thank you.
So, yeah, but I mean, what do you expect? I think people are really starting to get sick and tired of this bullshit going on. Seriously?
Yeah.
And the whole everything going on with the governor, seriously? How do you expect the economy to grow if you suppress it?
Nothing's going to happen.
Exactly.
Except death.
Exactly.
I found, I got
Love
an
that
email.
hair.
Yeah,
You look like
I
you
know.
have dog ears.
Actually, it does, doesn't it?
Yes, it
Let me
does.
do this. Okay. Yeah, much better looking. Who
It's
do I
really,
look like?
it's really not good when you flatten it down like that.
It's not good either way. You notice how, though, it doesn't stick down anymore? Because
I saw that.
You got that picture, right?
I watched it. I'm
Oh,
like,
you were still on?
You are such a dumbass.
I didn't know you were still on. I thought because you were watching your
No, I watched it
vampire
after.
thingy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, anyway, so yeah, never take up hairdressing or becoming a barber because it's
Absolutely.
don't do it.
I totally agree. There's just no way that's ever going to happen.
Yeah. So anyway, okay, now Antifa. Now,
Antifa.
what do you call it? They're getting the call to violence gets free reign on Twitter while Trump is censored. Now, this is happening also on Facebook.
Right.
Okay, this is kind of happening like
It's happening to
all over.
millions of us,
Yes,
including.
I'm trying to get in there.
Oh, I was going to say just twist a little. Yeah, there you go.
There.
Perfecto. Perfecto mundo.
Oh, I see your box back there on the chair.
What box?
The box that you're carrying around currently.
What box? Yes, actually, most of that stuff's supposed to go into the.
Right. You just can't help carrying the
trunk of-
damn
I know,
box
I can't,
around.
I can't. I do. I was good for like a week.
Yeah, but then you were still carrying other shit. You
Mhm.
always have to have a damn box. What is with you in the
Well, I
damn
left the
box?
laptop at work for like 3 days, so it just made it easier to carry a few things. I got that in. Where did I get that in? Walmart when I picked up soup and some other rice and some other stuff the other day.
Right. Okay. So, what are your thoughts on that? Everything being censored while Antifa can run wild.
Oh, fucking stupid. It's nuts. It's,
I mean,
again,
since when is
They
violence okay the way things are happening? That's what I want to know.
it's never okay for anybody,
I mean,
but it apparently is okay.
but I want to know why Black lives never mattered when Obama was in office.
Oh,
None of this
they did.
was.
They did.
Darren, my Parlor account is Pleasant Plucker. 17.
Pleasant Plucker. Nice.
17, yes. Nice. So.
That's actually, it started during his term, but you would think that with him there, it would have, he would have been able to do some good things and,
Right.
Well, change things around.
Well, what do you call it? Now, the other thing is, with all this violence, the truckers are, of course, refusing to go to states where they are trying to, defund the police, which I don't blame them.
Right. It's mostly cities, I guess. Some counties, but yeah, they're not. They're like, yeah, we ain't going.
Sorry.
Trying to find.
What are you trying to find?
There it is. There it is, right there.
So, I mean, seriously, how fair is this to the people in the towns? All of a sudden, this mayor, because her house was attacked, all of a sudden, once she defended them, but now because it happened to her,
That's awesome.
Now there's a whole new story.
We have to shut this down.
Yeah, after two kids were shot, one of them died.
Yes.
14 and 16.
This is, now it's not acceptable, but it's
Right.
okay to tear down the town. Now, we were just watching, prior to going live, a video which I posted about business owners, and they were being harassed. Just trying to go into their business that apparently they bought like 3 weeks ago. This is bullshit.
Right.
Seriously? I mean, does nobody have any fucking respect anymore? Hello, Joe.
Hello, Joe. Not this generation. Oh.
I mean, these punk ass little shits. Seriously, they need to. Now they're saying that they're going to start hitting, the rural towns and all that kind of shit. Come on. Bring it. I'm just really, really, really over this. I'm so sick of it. It's disgusting. Now, speaking of this, okay, this kind of freaked me out. Diane posted a video that had to do with down the shore, the erosion. I mean, there was chunks like just falling into the ocean. That shit is not cool. Okay.
Here?
I'm thinking it's time I head to the mountains.
Jersey? Here?
Yes.
Or
Yes. All right. This is very uncool. I'm like, yep. Okay. Okay. I mean, 'cause you always hear like Jersey's going to fall in the ocean and California and all that kind of shit. My ass is out of here before that happens because my butt is not going to be torn up by a damn shark. I'm sorry. So, yeah. Yeah, see, Joe saw it. I mean, that is just some crazy ass shit. It is so just freaky. I'm sitting there and I'm watching. I'm like, no, I don't like this at all. Don't like it. Nope.
It's
Nope. So, I mean, come on, California and all those earthquakes and all that. I'm sorry. I don't want any of that stuff. I need to go to something that's really secure and just hunker down. I think I need to go into hibernation. That's what's going to happen. I'm just going to take my ass into hibernation and just say, bye-bye, everyone.
Pretend it's winter?
Yes, for the rest of my life. Okay? You might see me on the radio. That's it.
Well, if someone can see you on the radio, that's a hell of a trick.
Yeah. Well, you know what I mean.
Oh, and this one.
Yeah.
Oh.
The vlog.
There you go.
This is because they vlog.
It's a vlog. It's a video
Yes.
vlog.
No, I don't like. See, Diane cried. See, she knows.
Yeah, and Arkansas is nice this time of year, so there you go.
So yeah, I don't. I'm not really. Diane, we need to pack up and move. Okay. I'm just saying. I think our time here is about done. Okay, so now, what do you think about the New York Mayor de Blasio appointing
He's an ass.
his
I thought you meant
wife
in general.
to be head of the COVID Radical Task Force.
It doesn't shock me. Radical is certainly the operative term when it comes to those.
Right.
Yeah, it's amazing how the far left over the last 10 years. Well, a lot of it coincided with Obama. How they just, I was telling someone earlier, hijacked the Democratic Party.
Right.
There's a lot of people that are Democrats in average society.
Right.
The citizens, not the
The
politicians.
Democrats used to stand for something.
Right.
You know what
Very
I mean?
much so. And that's what I told her.
Yeah.
And it's like the Soros funded, the Antifa, you look even at Clinton, Pelosi, nothing there now. Schumer, they were not like this 10 years ago.
Right.
Talking about we got to close the border, we can't have people just coming in, and then in the last few years, all of a sudden, because Trump won, it's like let's just turn completely radical.
Right.
None of them. You listen to their speeches, none of them are like that.
Yeah. This is just insane. It really is. So
I'll have to check out that video too.
I really am looking forward to seeing exactly what she's going to do. Now, a lot of people are really getting sick of the shit in New York.
Mm-hmm.
And, the government, they have nobody to blame but themselves.
Absolutely.
So
Lawlessness should be crushed. Not like, and we're talking lawlessness. We're not talking like Tiananmen Square in China when tanks rolled over people because they were protesting.
Right.
We're talking about, you want to protest, you can have 10,000, do what you want. When you get violent, time to bring in the cavalry. Be it
Right.
police, sheriffs, county, state, troops, National Guard, whatever it is.
Mhm.
If you got 5,000 people running around burning and destroying shit, then you bring in 15,000 troops.
Right.
With whatever weaponry they need to stop these people. You don't have to shoot to kill.
tap them in a knee, drop them.
Right. Exactly. Get our sharpshooters, man. They can hit somebody in the knee from like 500 yards without even breathing while they're running.
So I do think something needs to be done, and I think something very drastic is actually like going to start taking place because of all this bullshit. Because a lot of people are getting sick of this shit.
People just want to live their lives,
Exactly.
run their businesses, or if they don't go to work, if they don't have a business, and shoot.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. It's to handle that call. I think I actually was on Viber. I thought it was going to start raining loud. I could have let it go. I think it's a lot of America is more than fed up.
Yeah, pretty much.
Business is still getting harassed. The
Mhm.
thing I just read the headline you posted earlier.
Mhm.
I guess when did you come? You came out of jail when? Yesterday morning, right?
Mhm.
So I guess this was this morning you put on about Cuomo is ripping into bar owners for opening or trying to open or doing whatever, and meanwhile you've got 10, 15,000 people all right up next to each other
Exactly.
at a protest in Brooklyn or Bronx, wherever it was. Like, come
Something
on.
like that, yeah.
If you were consistently applying rules to everyone,
Then maybe you can understand it because you could see like it's kind of going with the flow. You know what I mean?
right? They're telling everybody, hey, you can't do this.
Right. So
Well,
I don't know. I'm just
What do these governors think that where are they going to get their tax revenue?
right.
That's another one of the comments on that article that I got from the Business and Industry Association one of the links, and I read it and I posted my comment. Well, I'm checking. I'll see if it ends up coming up. I may end up just posting the link to the article where you can see comments, and then I'll put my comment on that as of now has not been posted or approved or whatever.
Right.
I guess calling our governor a dictator, spelled DICK-tater, might have made somebody upset. They needed their safe space.
Okay. Now the other thing is I really need to touch on because this pisses me off. Well, it all pisses me off. But anyway, Muslims saying the national anthem offends them. Then get the fuck out of our country.
Go back to where you came from.
Period.
Don't care where, just go.
Hey, if I have to listen to your freaking stupid ass music, and your fucking bullshit going on, you know what? Have a little fucking respect for this country. You don't like it here? Go back where you came from. Bye-bye.
They all seem to, they leave, especially that community, because there's a lot of countries that they just mistreat almost everybody. Unless you're part of the majority religious sect, which happens to be in charge. And like Iran and Iraq have like the Shiite and the Shia, they're different. So there's minorities in each of those countries that happen to be the ruling authorities in the other countries.
Right.
If you're part of the minority, if you're a woman, if you're a kid, especially a young girl, if you're gay, if you're different in any way, you're just abused and killed, thrown off buildings and stuff.
Right.
I mean, it's like ridiculous.
Yeah, and
they come here to escape that, then they want to turn it into what they left.
Exactly.
Like,
but the other
what
thing
the fuck is wrong with this?
Those men are allowed to abuse their women to a certain point. Did you ever?
Oh, yeah.
That there was that whole article. We touched on this like a while ago. Where they can actually abuse their wives to keep them in line.
Right. There's standards or
yes
guidelines.
Now, do you really think? Okay. You can't break her neck, but you can beat the snot out of her. Okay.
You can lash her, but no more than 8 times.
Yeah.
Within an hour.
Like they're really going to listen.
Yeah.
Because the women are going to speak up. No, they're not. Because they have to be put in their place. It's bullshit.
I got no problem with that either,
exactly.
Darren. Shoot center mass. Hello, Paul.
Hello, Paul. So my brother said it offends him that Muhammad was a pedophile.
It does. It is offensive.
Yeah.
And he was.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? A lot of them in that religion are.
Yeah, they are.
It's kind of part of the...
Well, hello, they're marrying children 6 years old.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
This is my 7th wife.
How can you look at a little child like that and even think that? Like, it's beyond disgusting. There's absolutely no reason for that to be okay. Period. And they want to bring that shit over here? No.
The place in Texas that they like voted to have their own little community with Sharia law.
Right.
Like what?
Yeah.
And I think a court like allowed it. Like it must have been one of those 3 minor areas of Texas that's not, American.
But still, it should not be allowed here.
No, absolutely not.
It's not okay. It's disgusting.
This is my wife. She's 7. We're going to go to Chuck E. Cheese for our anniversary.
Yeah. It's just, I mean, these children don't even have any time to grow and be children and, like, it's just disgusting. Straight up. Okay?
Yep.
So, all right.
I saw something interesting the other day.
What's that?
Herschel Walker played pro football for about 15 years, something like that. Most of them in the NFL. He actually is friends with Trump because he was the first big signee of the for the New Jersey Generals of the United States Football League, USFL. I can't remember the name. And out of college, he was drafted. He would have gotten good money at the NFL, but he got like double that. Trump did it as a marketing ploy, and
we were in 8th grade.
and she just ran over you with tire tracks and everything, man. She just you and Paul got stuff in common in there. Where's the puppy? Look at the puppy going here.
Yeah, whatever.
So, anyway, he apparently, this was maybe late last week. June 17th, it says. On Twitter, he said he was going to work with the airlines, the major airlines, Delta, United American, and work out a deal, because he is very wealthy, and he's very smart and a successful businessman after his career in the NFL. And he's going to work out a deal that he will work with these airlines and fund flying these people who want to defund the police to countries that don't have police.
Right.
Or countries that have police that are oppressive.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe where the virus came from. China.
Mm-hmm.
And
and how Obama's offended because of Trump saying what is it? What is it? Kung fu or some, I don't know, kung fu flu or something like that. It's like, who cares?
Kung fu flu, right.
How about you just shut up, you anus mouth looking freak?
Yeah, he's finally starting to speak up because he can't stand on the sidelines anymore.
Yeah, okay.
The only reason he can't stand on the sidelines is because
yeah.
somebody has to actually hold Biden up. So I guess Obama's job is going to be kung flu. There you go. Also lost her hair because she was so terrified and sickened by Muhammad's sexual abuse. Oh. So yeah, he also tweeted out that Herschel Walker, we're civilized people. Why can't true congressmen and senators get together with leaders from all ethnic groups, left and right, and try to work something out, find solutions, unless people in Washington don't want to see a change? Well, theirs is key, because the Schumers and Pelosi's of the world don't want to see a change.
Right.
They want to see this stuff continue and all this turmoil because it benefits them, because they can push a message that's, number one, total lies.
Right.
And his son also tweeted something very interesting. My dad grew up in the Deep South as a poor black man and turned himself into a notable athlete, businessman, and person. No, I don't feel bad for, quote, oppressed people who run around burning buildings down. I'm not sorry. I'm grateful for my country, the opportunities it's given me. It's true. You know, I mean, people doing this stuff are just flat out criminals. They're not protesters.
No, they're not. And what about, which I also posted, how the Black Lives Matter, the one speaker had said that white people should be giving up their houses to them.
Really?
Did you happen to see that?
I did not.
Yes. She believes that white people should give up their houses to black and brown people. How about you get out there and work for something, you fucks?
Yeah. And that's all colors. There's plenty of white folks that are schlepping off the system that don't give a shit. And most of them are out there protesting and burning shit.
Exactly. They're doing the exact same thing.
Right. Totally.
So I just, they want something for nothing. Now, the other thing is on Facebook, did you hear how Pepsi and all these big corporations are pulling out of their advertising on there? They've already lost so many billions of dollars.
Oh, advertising on where?
On Facebook.
Oh, really?
Yes, because they're pulling out.
They're leaving Facebook.
Yes.
I would think, if anything, they'd be flocking to Facebook.
No.
Because a lot of them are bowing to all this,
no.
pressure to be politically
correct.
There was
a whole list of them, but I know Pepsi was one of them. And then the other thing that I did read is L'Oreal. Now, they actually are talking about how whites are scumbags. Now, I use a lot of their products, and I'm like, are you kidding me?
Used to.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's amazing how some of them don't see the full impact of their particular actions.
Right.
So let's catch up a little bit here. You saw Darren's comment about dirty thoughts when you were children,
yes.
quote unquote. Joe said, I still do. And Darren replied, so do I, Joe, but she's not a child, so I feel better. Touche, mon frere. Yeah, baby. Facebook equals DARPA. I've heard the term. I can't remember what DARPA stands for.
Yes, you're going to have to explain a little bit.
Deep assholes remembering pedophiles association. I gave it a shot.
Yeah, who knows?
It's nowhere near what I'm sure reality is. But hey, you know.
See?
I'd
rather, because of my white privilege, I live in a place where I hear gunfire within blocks of my house 365 days.
Really?
Yes. That's white privilege for you.
Right.
Yeah.
And this is in
Chicago.
Near Chicago.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know why. I always get the Chicago, Boston cities mixed up when it comes to your brother.
Why?
I don't know. It might have to, maybe when 2 years ago he took a trip to Boston and I sort of confused something. I don't know. Maybe it was something. You know what? Maybe I'm just an idiot.
DARPA LifeLog.
I got a text.
Oh, he lives in beautiful Joliet, Illinois.
Blues Brothers. That's where they were going, or they were from. One of those, or that's where the prison was that they were from.
I don't know.
That they were in.
Anyway.
So it's not a bowling shirt. Hello, Lisa. By the way, she found us.
Oh, hello, Lisa.
She sent a text saying, "I can't find you." I'm like, "Yeah, I told her what happened." So
I literally hit the live button and it comes up. You are blocked.
Just to set up the video,
Yes.
not to put in, type in the title.
Yeah.
She wasn't going live. It was just.
They would not. It just you are blocked. So I tried it on my page. You are blocked.
I tried it on mine. I did a little 17-second test. It worked. Like, all right, that's a backup plan, and we ended up going back to the YouTube, which is good.
Yes, but I'm like, really? You don't even tell me that I'm blocked from that. How long am I blocked from that? Why? Because I speak my mind.
Right.
Oh well.
Tom's like, yes, that's right. That's the prison John Belushi was released from in the movie. Yes, Defense Advanced Research Projects Agencies. I've heard of it. I knew the term. And Darren says to your brother, that's impossible. It must be a bunch of tires blowing out because they've got the strictest gun laws in the country. So it can't be gunfire. Yeah. Funny how that works, isn't it? Strict gun laws mean more murders.
Yes.
And robberies and crime. And
Mm-hmm.
yes, Joliet.
So
That's the only reason I even know, Tom, what Joliet is or where it is. If somebody says, you know where Joliet is? Yeah, it's in Illinois. It's got a prison. Didn't you ever see the Blues Brothers, you dumbass? That's what I would say to somebody.
I've never watched it.
That's a great movie.
Like I've seen bits and pieces, but I've never watched it.
We're on a mission from God. We got a half tank of gas, full pack of cigarettes. We're wearing sunglasses and it's dark. Let's go.
Okay, whatever. I don't know.
There's like hundreds of lines that are in that are just like people repeat classics, especially those that like the repeat movie lines. I'm not very good at it, but
Mm-hmm. Anyway, continue. Please.
Anyway, I need a neck being. I think I touched on. Yeah, Darren, it is. It's definitely one of the Animal Houses up there. Okay, here's Lisa's first comment. 7:05, past time to chug. What you drinking? Wait, and it's not a bowling shirt, Lisa. That's what I started to say. She goes, I think I found you. You're wearing like a yellow striped bowling shirt. I'm like, no, it's a Steelers shirt. It's not a bowling shirt. Although I do understand, it does have that kind of look to it. So, well, let's see. I went and picked up a 10-pack of Ball of Fire, or as they like to call it, Fireball. So I guess I'll do this. Cheers, or here's to
The
Tanya
Patriots.
getting fully out of Facebook jail, because apparently she got parole, but she's still on parole, so she can't do any more videos. Like, you leave jail and you got to wear the ankle thing and you got to check in with your guy every like 3 days. Yeah, here I'm still here. I haven't done anything.
Yep.
Amazing.
Anyway, okay, so Blazing Saddles is one I like to quote lines from.
Excuse me while I whip this out. That's one of the lines.
That's
It
fine.
was the only black guy in the movie. He was the sheriff. And he said, excuse me while I whip this out. And all the ladies went, and he goes, whoosh, and he takes out a letter that he then, or a proclamation or something, and he starts to read. Excuse me.
Okay. All right. Anyway, let's move along here. We're gonna fall asleep, okay? Come on, kick it up,
I'm
kick
gonna
it up, kick it
pass
up.
out. So I found a nice. It's very, very long. It's very like scientific and so forth. But the American Academy of Pediatrics, kind of a, I guess, overseer of all things children medical related, is advocating, seriously pushing to reopen schools in the fall and stop the talk of keeping them closed and social distancing, learning home. People are like, I can't teach my kid the way teachers can.
Right.
That's what, it's ridiculous. And
These
the
kids
main-
are not going to learn a damn thing. Are you kidding me? Half the kids don't even listen to their parents.
so I was just going to say that. They don't listen to them anyway. They zone them out.
Yep. Okay, go play,
and
whatever,
And let's face it, it's proven decades of research that humans are social animals. Certain people are more loners than not. That's obvious. Certain people are like everybody crowds around them because they're a crowd magnet, people magnet.
Mhm.
Kids need to be with their friends.
Right.
They need to interact. They need to learn social skills. They need to be with their friends, be in a group setting, learning, contributing, participating. It's also difficult to observe where there's potential problems. There's a lot of people, unfortunately, that are poor enough.
Joe.
They don't have enough food or good food,
Mhm.
and the school lunch programs, excuse me, are maybe the best meal these kids are going to get all day. Well, now they've been 3-4 months now that they've been in school, and what do they eat at home? Who knows? Are they being abused physically, sexually?
Mm-hmm.
Do they have a single parent who's a drunk or a drug addict who isn't cleaning their clothes,
Right.
and they're 6, 7, 8 years old trying to fend for themselves? I mean, this is what you're seeing.
Right.
And they said there's guidelines. They're recommending social distancing. They say that the 3-foot distance is almost as good as 6 foot. Kids, for the most part, do not transmit this, unlike the flu.
I did.
The flu, when you get, somebody in your class has the flu or a bad cold or whatever, everybody inevitably gets it. That's just the way it is.
Right.
But they do not transmit this COVID SARS-2, also known as COVID-19,
Right.
almost at all. Out of 110,000 deaths in the country, I saw this the other night, 160 are aged 25 or under. That is 0.1%. That's like nothing. It's everything in life is a risk. All right. Nobody goes through life living till they're 80 and then just dropping dead, doing their thing, and nobody's harmed, nobody gets cancer, everybody it doesn't work that way. It's a risk. So you mitigate the risk, but you can't completely shut it out. You're never going to shut it down. It's going to be around forever.
Right. But the thing is, how is your body supposed to build up an immunity to it?
Correct.
If you're constantly washing with the disinfectant, if you're constantly, you're not, your body's being de-germed.
Gotta wash my hands 20 times a day. Gotta use disinfectant. And then your hands are raw, and
Yeah.
it'll be easier to catch something because there's nothing protecting them.
Okay, now the whole thing is the mask is supposed to protect other people.
Right.
Okay, so if the mask is protecting that much, why do we have to stand 6 feet away from each other? That's what I want to know.
Nothing but inconsistencies, and they're obviously learning things every day, especially in the first couple of months.
They already have the what do you call it? The vaccine to freaking cure this shit. Are you kidding me?
It's in testing, numerous testing. It has been for weeks, but Chinese Wuhan virus is going to be miraculously cured on November 4th. That's true.
Well, you know what? We got to get freaking Pelosi and Schumer out of there because they're just assholes.
Idiots.
Oh yeah, she, her, constituents are, falling apart, but she has to show up in her, $1,000 Armani, suit, and
with
have
a little sweater around her neck and eating her ice cream.
I was going to say her ice cream and her chocolates.
$5,000 worth of ice cream and her $50,000 worth of freezers.
Yes. She's disgusting.
Half her constituents don't make that much in a year.
Right.
Ha ha ha. Oh, let them eat cake.
I can't even watch her talk. She's
she's
annoying.
Her voice is annoying.
But
it's not
but
even
you ever
what
just
she's...
watch her mouth when she talks? She just the way she does. That's the same thing with Scumbama. Okay, annoys the fuck out of me. His mouth looks like an asshole. Okay, I swear to God, every time he talks, it's like he's farting. That's all I think of.
That's funny.
So it's just, but that's how I feel about her. She's just annoying. And then we have freaking Lizard Face
Not to mention
here in New Jersey, the governor.
Yeah. Lizard Face, yes.
Yeah.
We've got and Kofuko next door.
Yes.
So I'm going to post this link just for shits and giggles. It's informational.
Exactly.
But it is it's well thought out, and it's true. I mean, you know, kids are gonna just be, and there's already, I don't know how many hundreds of kids, I don't know what exact count, have committed suicide. And this goes back to 3 months ago, where there's one girl in California, athlete, popular, hung herself because she was scared to death of the virus, of getting it and bringing it home, and maybe her parents or grandparents would die. So she killed herself. I just read today, a 12-year-old killed himself because he was so depressed on not being able to see his friends.
Right.
You know, I mean, I've said for months, the cost of that, and child abuse and domestic abuse and drug abuse, people that are out of work, that barely were making ends meet, now they're not even getting, although if they're getting unemployment, they're actually making more, but still, there's probably at least as many that have died not directly related to or having the disease as died from having it.
Right.
It's a damn shame.
I did watch that, Darren.
I want to. Lizard eyes Trump. Live life like it's your last. You can walk outside and get hit by a bus. I say it all the time, Joe.
Yeah.
I say, here, Tanya, here's a key to my car in case I go out there and get hit by a bus when I go to get the mail. Kickback NJ1. Who are you? Put a name on, sir or ma'am. Don't be insulted because I have no clue. It's on your. Okay, yeah, I saw it. I saw it advertised. I think
I have it posted too, and I think Darren posted it.
I may have seen a link weeks ago, and I saved it because it just work's been like ridiculously hell. So a lot of this stuff that I would normally watch and see, especially what you post, I haven't been able to keep up on. And I apologize to you and everyone out there because it's just like, it's been nuts. Yeah, I do want to see that. You did how? What is it, like 20 minutes or something, or is it?
Well, I actually watched it the other night.
Is it?
So
if it's what I'm thinking of, I think there was like a 17-minute video, or maybe it's a different one I'm thinking about.
Anyway, carry on.
So, carry on.
Yes.
What should I carry on? Man, I gotta eat.
Oh, here we go again.
I'm just saying.
Oh, do not even start with that shit.
I'm a little buzzed.
Do not even.
I have not.
Do not go there.
I haven't eaten nothing.
Excuse me.
I'm gonna save the last little bit of this and go right in your drinky.
How about you just shut it down?
Woohoo!
Okay, now carry on, will you?
Nice.
Carry on.
Okay, then I think I have it saved, Darren. Actually, it might even be saved on my laptop, huh?
You need to pull up your shit that you had.
Oh yeah, let me see what's
please.
Hoofa.
Here we go.
Sorry. Oh, there was you know what? I gotta pull it up on the phone because I tried to email it to my fucking self and let me see if it did go.
See?
It might be right here. Hold on. Oh man, that ain't it. I sent it to I kept saying it was detected spam or something like that, and it wouldn't send this link. It was about a police chief or a county sheriff that. So I actually typed it into my phone so I can actually get the link and go there. Mm-hmm. County sheriff, police chief police chief. Yeah, here we go. Fort Worth, Texas, announced in an open letter that the Fort Worth Police Department would be dropping the charges of every single rioter that was arrested in the city. Really? He announced the city of Fort Worth would be sending out a letter to each individual that was arrested, letting them know.
I did see that
the charge would be dropped. I could not send this to my email. Here it is. He needs to go because I don't care what you're protesting or for or against. Mm-hmm. Rioting is unacceptable. Violence, I was raised this way. Most of us were. Violence doesn't solve anything. Now, if somebody hits you, you hit back. But, I mean, running around, throwing Molotov cocktails, shooting people in the head, burning buildings, it's not going to solve anything.
What about the rioters who called in a gun shooting or whatever, and they ambushed the police? Where was that? I don't remember. But I remember
hearing about it. Right.
And it's like, are you kidding me?
Exactly.
Seriously? Like I said, somebody has to put their damn foot down. Somebody needs a foot up their damn ass.
Well, that's absolutely true. So that was my little linky. Oh, by the way, because I haven't been around as much, and Monday I did the show from work. So what? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you were gone. Well, you were gone Monday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Worked late last night. I haven't been around to see your smoothitude.
Oh,
Yes.
my
So-
attitude, yes. my
Yes.
attitude.
Your smoothitude.
Yes. Well,
And
don't get me pissed off, okay?
I'll try. And on another subject, look at that spot on the wall.
Yeah.
So we're
exactly.
sitting here before the show. Little humorous moment. We're sitting here before the show. And we hear this noise.
Oh,
We're like, I can't even do it.
oh my God.
Like, what the two of us
It
just turned
sounded
and
like
looked at each
a
other.
massive cat fight. I mean, it was so loud. And we look at each other like, what the hell's that? The dogs are in there. They don't make those noises.
No, not even close.
So we kind of get up and walk through the house, and we're like, we look in there,
We hear it again as we're walking.
and I look around, and Ryan is sitting there, and he's on this game, and I'm like, Ryan?
Playing one of these war games, like
Yeah.
the
And I'm like, did that come from you? Well, he bust out laughing. I'm like, you're making those noises?
it's like yeah.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna piss his pants laughing. I can't even explain the noise that came from him. Okay, it was just above and beyond of like.
And if you could, if we had the camera on, you would have seen the two of us. Like, we heard the noise, and then we were like, looked at each other like, what the
What
fuck
the
was
hell
that?
is that? Yes, it was insane.
It reminded me about 20 years ago. I made a delivery of a bird. I said it sounds like one of those. I don't know what minor birds.
You were
or-
saying minor birds.
Yeah, like one of
Yeah,
those.
but they talk.
Larger. Well, yeah, but it also squawk. They also squawk, and it sounded like a parrot or one of those
No, I think
African.
It sounded like
something.
two cats going to fight.
Well, it sounded like that too. It sounded like the fox outside. There's a lot of similar sounds. And we were making a delivery. It was in the winter. It was a snowstorm. It was a ridiculous trip. And it was like, from this person, it was like 7 connections for me to deliver this to someone out in Pittsburgh, taking this bird off someone's hands. And 2.5 hours, not a peep. And all of a sudden, this thing squawked. And my friend and I, just about freaked out. We totally forgot the thing was in back. And
Somebody
it was
entrusted you to take a bird someplace.
mhm.
Do you still speak to that person? And is the bird still alive?
The bird, as far as I know, the bird's alive, but I don't know. This was 20 years ago. It was somebody that I was friends with, who his wife was roommates with this woman in college who lived in Pittsburgh area, who I also knew through them.
Mm-hmm.
So the person I was friends with, his parents, next door neighbor, had a son who had this bird at college, wanted to get rid of it. So went from the neighbor's son.
Can you grab heat miser, please?
The what?
Heat miser. Off the shelf. I have some in my room, if that
Oh,
counts.
there he is. Okay.
I'll give you the picture of my brother and I, too. There you go.
Is that? Oh, that's this one. Is he bringing up heat miser?
Look, everyone. This is my brother and I. Aren't we cute?
Oh, so pretty. I'm sorry.
Don't ruin it.
I knew you were going to say that too. I'm sorry. I apologize. All the pygmies.
There's my brother and I.
So it was like this: the son to the parents, to the neighbor, to their son, to me, to his wife, to me, to the person out in Pittsburgh. We were going out for a Steelers game in the dead of winter, and it was like an 18-inch snowstorm for the second time in 3 days. It took us like 11 hours, and this thing all of a sudden goes, wah! We're like, what the fuck? We totally forgot. It did make a noise for 2.5 hours. It was funny. Anyway.
He keeps saying he's going to get it cut, but obviously
My friend Lynn doesn't. She says, well, I'm really busy. I'm like, dude, I just got you like a whole bunch of, what do you call it? Dirty. Yeah, Lisa's offered to cut it a few times. So who is Kickback NJ?
I don't know.
Do you know? We don't know? What's with Ed's hair? Well, he knows my name because, nothing else you said it. No real topic. It's like ADHD current events, mostly because John Denver chirping in the background. That does look like John Denver's fucking hair. That fucking bowl cut. And it's not dirty. Oh, yeah, okay. You guys are funny. No, it's clean. It's just fucking long. And I cut some Monday night at the end of the live show from work.
Okay.
So, yeah. All right, let's look at, see if I can bring up some UR stuff that I emailed to myself.
You would think you would have that already.
New Jersey cop suspended.
Okay. Anyway.
Oh.
So.
Police officer charged with assaulting someone. Oh, this guy, he's actually in Jersey. This guy should be suspended. This is not a pro-police guy. This guy is, he's worked for 9 different police departments in, I think, about 5 years. He has excessive use of force complaints constantly, and he and his partner were stopped. They were talking to about 3 or 4 young black kids hanging out on the porch. I don't even know why they stopped. There was nothing going on. They were all just being nice. And all of a sudden, this guy takes out his pepper spray, and starts spraying these kids. And they're, in the eyes and everything. And he was charged, which is good because he should be. He's an asshole. It doesn't exactly help the current situation in the country. Oh my God, I'm like whacked. Dennis Prager.
Okay.
Oh, this was, never mind. That was something like a video thing to watch. Anyway.
Carry on.
I'm not, Jesus. This laptop acts up.
Yawn.
I don't know. I don't have much else. I mean, it's excuse me. Yeah, I'm just like spent. Work has been hell, so I'm sorry. I have not kept up on shit. And some of the stuff I sent myself apparently didn't show up here.
Yeah, exactly.
What's that?
Yes, we did. No, the Seattle mayor said CHOP was shutting down a week ago. I guess kneeling down and begging while washing their feet didn't help much. Yeah, what the hell? Oh, but the one where they were in the chains and shit, I showed you that, right? Or did I show Diane?
No, I didn't see it.
These white people were in handcuffs, and they had neck things on.
Oh my God.
Yes, being brought around by some black people, and then they had to kneel down and like go through this whole thing. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? How about no? I'm sorry, that is bullshit. Okay.
Moved out of the loft.
At the other place.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I think, yeah. Oh, it's still, it was hot as fuck up there. It's hot here because it's humid, but it's actually not that bad outside.
Right. Yeah, it's hot
What'd you say?
here.
It was like 68 or 70 or something like that
what?
Right now.
Oh yeah, 68.
Like
it's actually cool outside.
Yeah, it's nice outside, and now that the storms have blown through, it's probably less humid, but
right.
It will be hot tomorrow. Yes.
Yep.
So.
Okay.
Parler is Lisa. Parler is another platform Darren has told us about.
Yes. That
we could do this on that will not shut us down or block us for like a video or a picture.
For me saying I'm not sorry I'm white. Here we go. We're gonna be shut
my
down.
mommy and daddy were white, so I didn't really have a lot of choice in the matter. And if I was black, I got a feeling my mommy and daddy would have been divorced.
Yes.
Because it would have been mommy that would have cheated.
Right.
Because I came out of her for JJ.
Exactly.
And daddy wouldn't have had anything to do with it at that point. But regardless,
yes.
I didn't ask for this. It is what it is.
I'm sorry. This whole
and I am not
race
racist.
shit is bullshit. We are all the same on the inside. It's a fucking skin color. Let it go.
Exactly. I mean, I do not, and I'm not going to say I don't have a racist bone in my body. I'm sure there is. I'm sure everybody to some degree has some racist mentality, whatever it is. Your upbringing, your society, your experiences in life shape your mind. Somebody had an interesting. It was a black police officer in, I think, the Chicago area. I read this last week. He played in the NFL, studied in college, played in the NFL. When he left, he became a cop, and instead of working in the suburbs where he grew up, he went to work in Chicago. And he patrols in a lot of poorer neighborhoods, a lot of multi-racial, multinational residents. He talks to them, he engages with them, tries to de-escalate all the time. That's what you're supposed to do. And I mean, police do have power. They've got guns, they've got handcuffs. They can arrest you for whatever they feel like, and then they let you go. And it's like, well, why did I get arrested? Well, we're dropping the charges. Yeah, but why'd you arrest me? Like, if you took me away, you must have felt there was something there, and you can't sue. Sometimes you've been, like, what the fuck? Just because you don't like the guy, you're gonna arrest him,
right? So
anyway, this guy, he says one of the things is he understands some police. He goes, you're on the job. You work in these neighborhoods where oh God, that was bad. I'm sorry. I went like this and I just looked at it. I'm like, you work in these neighborhoods where you're constantly getting yelled at, cursed at, sometimes like spit on, which is assault by definition. And, it takes a few years and you start to get jaded and you develop the mentality that people from this neighborhood are all low lifes. They're criminals. They're whatever, because that's been your experience for your 5 years on the job as a cop. And he understands that. Now, he's black. He can relate a little better, and he has an easier time with dealing with people. He's also apparently a very nice guy. And like I said, he wants to be in the neighborhood. He wants to talk to people. He wants to show them that, police are not out to get you, and, they're here to help. But it's a tough road. No doubt about that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I'd rather be arrested than shot. Yeah, BitChute is another one, right?
So, all right. Well, we're going to be wrapping it up. Just so you know. Let's not do that.
Oh, YouTube this must have been from like last week. I don't think we've been on. I keep using my mouse to try to close that window on your computer. That's the same thing I did like a month ago when I started.
Mm-hmm.
All right, close that baby.
Anyway.
Close that baby.
I would like to thank everyone who joined us this evening.
Thank you.
And if you have any questions or comments, please continue sending me the information that I'm getting, because I do appreciate it. It's a lot of information that I'm getting. Like I said, I'm having a hard time even getting to all of it, but I do appreciate it. So keep it coming in.
Joe said it was him, sweetheart. I was just messing with you. I wonder if that's Kickback, New Jersey. I wonder if he went on as somebody else down by where he lives. Is that what you're talking about, Joe? That you are Kickback?
Yeah, anyway, I hope everyone has a great evening.
Thank you, Darren. We appreciate that. It is an accomplishment. We went an entire show without getting booted.
Yeah. So,
awesome-o.
Well, I don't even know if I'm going to be here Friday, because I am probably going to be at Diane's. So either I can do something with her there, or...
Oh, the bug. Oh, my God.
What?
Joe was referring to the bug that you had to swat. And Kickback said, nope, he's not. So it's not...
No.
Anyway.
I'm telling you, there's something that's annoying the shit out of me. Anyway.
Besides me? Really? There's actually like one other thing maybe in this... I'm sorry. Bye, folks. Thanks for joining. I'm going outside to dig my grave right now. And
have a great night. And one way or the other, I will see you either Friday or Saturday, or I'll just do a quick pop on if I have to. But otherwise, you're going to be graced with the Eds.
The Eds. We don't know which one will show up. Maybe all of them will. Maybe most of them will.
That's great. You enjoy that. you can have yourself a little party. So, and again, thank you everyone for joining us. We'll see you soon. Bye.